Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to the second class of data warehousing concepts. Okay, so we will just revise the data warehousing concepts. I mean, what is data warehousing and what are the key characteristics we have. Okay, just we will revise once before we go to the second class. Okay, today, I mean, in the last class, okay, we have discussed what is data warehouse, right? And data warehouse is the collection of different source systems data and integrated into one data warehouse. I mean, where we store the data, right? And it is called a data warehouse. Okay, and using this data warehouse, we will be doing the business analysis and reconciliations, and we do the uh, business decisions will be taken up by having this data. Okay, and coming to the in the last class we have discussed already, right? The key characteristics: subject oriented and integrated and time variant and non-volatile. Okay, these are the key components to define the data warehouse. Okay, and after that we have discussed in data warehousing concepts what are the main key projects we use, right? That also we have discussed. So I have just drafted here overall the kind of a document. Okay, here if you see in the data warehouse domain, okay, we will have a retail domain and a financial service domain and a healthcare domain and telecommunications domain. Okay, like this in data warehousing, uh, uh, in data warehousing environment, we have defined, I mean, defined four types of domains, which is called retail and financial and healthcare and telecommunications. Okay, and now in this data warehousing concepts, this is also one of the important, because if you see, mainly the programs which will run or projects which will run, right, based on the sales, based on the financial, based on the healthcare, based on the telecommunication. Now in the market you might have seen we have a Geo, Airtel, okay, a different networking domains are there, so that comes under telecommunication. And healthcare we have, right, who provides the health insurance, and those things we will get in the health insurance. And we have a banking domains, for example SBI, Union Bank and ICICI Bank, whatever you take. Okay, and retail means you know already, right, which is uh, you know manufacturing the products and selling the products to the wholesalers and retailers and customers. Okay, final customers who purchase the products, right? So those things will be those projects and will be coming under retails. Okay, so like this I have just drafted like this. I hope you understood this concept of data warehousing, types of domains, types of domains in data warehousing. And already in the last class we have seen, okay, what is the retail, right, what is the retail, and what they do in the retail domain, correct. The real retail company might use the data warehouse to analyze sales trends and customer purchasing patterns and inventory levels. So this can be used to improve their business. Okay, so already we discussed this point also in the last class. I'm just repeating once again. And here, uh, when you have the data, based on the data only you can estimate your business, how much has been done, and next, what is my future sales. Based on this only you can estimate. Okay, and similarly we have a financial service which is already discussed in the banking related area, and healthcare, health insurance related area, and where we can track the treatment outcome, improve operational efficiency, and analyze patients data for the better treatment. So those things will be added. And telecommunication, already we know network performance and customer usage patterns. Okay, and the data plans or whatever we have, right. And after this, after data warehousing concept, I mean data warehousing definition, and then what are the domains we have, okay, and we will go one by one in the retail, financial, healthcare, and telecommunications. Before that, okay, I just wanted to bring one more point here is, okay, what is the uh, data warehouse architect, okay, or the architecture, okay, that I want to define actually. So in this, right, you see, in the diagram, if you see here, we have a data from different sources, which is it may be file, okay, it might be directly no, database, or it might be KPI or APIs, which will pulls the data from different source systems into our data warehouse. Once in this data warehouse, we do the transmissions and as per the business requirement, and we perform the data, perform the transmissions, and we push the data into finally in our final tables. After that, okay, so we will have the if you want to know the trend, or if you want to do any reconciliation, or if you want to do any analysis, right, so at that time you have to use this reporting tools like Power BI. We have Tableau, ClickSense, or those things, and internal analysis by using the reporting tools, and data mining means if you want to see any data trend or something, okay, which we can use this. Okay, this is just overall data warehousing architecture, where the data is flowing from, and where the data is going to. Okay, and similarly, I have taken another screenshot, which is it defines a little bit lower and lower level. Okay, the above screen which says higher level, and it is somehow it is a lower level. If you see here, okay, you have a operational systems data and external data, and here you will have a transaction database and files, depends, okay, it is. And here you will have the ETL tool, okay, whether it is a Informatica, whether it is a talent, whether it is a in big data tools, we have a NiFi, and we have in cloud we have a Azure ADF, we have Azure Data Factory, and in AWS we have there are some other tools we have, okay, I don't remember exactly, but we do have a GCP, and um, okay, and this one AWS, and even in AWS we use Medallion also, okay, so those things we have. Just give me a minute, and let me uh, okay, so okay, fine. So like, you know, so we have a different types of ETL tools which extracts the data. Okay, and we will go through, you know, deeply how the in which area we use the ETL tool, or where we use the SQL queries, and everything we will go one by one. Okay, in one session we cannot able to recover actually. Okay, we cannot cover everything. So now in this architecture, if you see this diagram and this flow, right? So this is operational system and external, and how the data is flowing from one layer to another layer. And here, if you see, we are performing some of the cleansing the data and transactional data. Okay, and what we do, if there is any in format data, incorrect data, or invalid data, or if there is anything which a date formats are incorrect, that kind of data will be rejected. And if you don't want to load the data, for example, you will get some all the data, but you want to filter anything, so you can apply the filter conditions here. Okay, and as well as this is the our main data warehouse, and where we load all the data into a data warehouse. And then we do have a we will, if you want to define the another data warehouse, a small data warehouse, like a subject related. Now if you see, if I want to just go back here in the data warehousing concept we have a subject oriented, right? Okay, in this subject oriented here, this is enterprise data warehouse, and it allows all the data. Okay, and you will have a financial, you will have the sales data, everything, and based on the customer requirement or based on the projects, we can divide it into different data marts. And if anyone wants a customer related information, they can create a one data mart, and they can use the database to generate the reports or to analyze the data. Similarly, because if you see in the enterprise data warehouse, for example, if uh, all the users are extracting the data from enterprise warehouse, what will happen? So whenever all the customers at the same time they are trying to generate the reports connecting to enterprise data warehouse, what will happen? Due to resource unavailability, it may hang the system. Okay, sometimes it may not respond. Okay, so because due to server busy, because it's correct only, right? Even if you see any government offices, if everyone is accessing the same server, at that time server might slow. Similarly here also, it's depending on the CPU usage and resource availability. Okay, so instead of that, right, we will create a subject oriented data mart, and we will be creating a different data mart, so that if anyone wants the customer information, they can go with the customer data mart, and if they want to go with the sales, okay, they can go with the sales. Like this they can do. After that, okay, this is the reporting analysis layer, where we use, as I mentioned above, right? So we can use the reporting tools to pull the data. Okay, this is just an overview of this one. And coming to the in the data warehouse concepts, okay, we have two types of approaches actually. Okay, one is the top down approach, and another one is bottom up approach. Now, why this is why this is important? Because yes, generally you should have the flow. Which flow is the better? Generally, if you see in the market or anywhere, the approach is very important. Which approach will give you the best performance, and which approach will give you the better uh, better data to analyze the uh, uh, analyze the business needs actually. Okay, now let's go to the approaches. As I mentioned, we have two types of approaches in data warehousing concepts. One is the top down approach, and another one is the bottom up approach. Okay, bottom up approach I'll go once I complete the top down approach here. So if you see the definition, a simple definition, this method starts with designing the overall data warehouse architecture first, and then creating individual data marts. So in this here also, if you see, this is the enterprise data warehouse, and then we are splitting into small data marts, right? Okay, data mart is nothing but it is a data warehouse. There also you will have a facts and dimensions. Here also you will have a facts and dimensions. Okay, so I have taken one example here. If you see, we have a different source systems, and we will extract and do the some transformation and load the data into final warehouse. Okay, after that, what we do, we will differentiate and we segregate or subject oriented data, and we will create the different data marts. You see, it depending on the data what you receive, and accordingly how what and what purpose you need, that based on that you have to create your data mart. In the data mart also, it is a small data warehouse, it is also smart data warehouse. Okay, but we have a given a name like a data mart. So here in the data warehouse, you are splitting into two different data marts here. Okay, and coming to that, actually, we should have a benefits and advantages we should have, and we should have a disadvantages also. That is very important when you are talking about the top-down approach. Okay, from the top, if you see, you will be collecting the different source systems data, and you are loading into enterprise and splitting into different. Okay. Now coming to the low level. Okay. So if you see that top-down approach in data warehousing is a methodology that starts with the creation of enterprise data warehouse. Okay, in this, right, you will be loading the data. Okay, here generally you will be loading the data. Okay, the sales data, inventory data, so different data you will be loading in the EDW first. EDW is enterprise data warehouse, where you collaborate all the data into one single source system in the single data warehouse. Okay, that is called, we can say that it is a central warehouse also, we can say. Okay, so if you see the definition here, subsequently specific data marts are developed to serve a particular business unit or functions, drawing data from this central warehouse. Central warehouse is nothing but your data warehouse, the EDW. This approach emphasizes a holistic view of the organization data needs, ensuring consistent, integrated, and data quality across enterprises. Okay, so now if I come back, because I have to take one example to show you, yes, how this is useful, right? Okay, now if you take here the larger retail company, if you take one of the any larger company you take. Okay, so in the market you have a Dell, or you have a General Electricals, and you have different companies, okay, who manufactures, and they do the retail, I mean wholesale and retail. So, if a large multinational retail company wants to gain a comprehensive understanding of its sales performance and customers' behavior and inventory management across its stores and online channels, so if they want to see this kind of information, or if they want to see this kind of analysis, if they want to do, so that time they have to create a bigger enterprise data warehouse. Under that, okay, so top-down approach implementation. How you will be implementing the enterprise data warehouse. So if I have collected few examples, okay, enterprise data warehouse, the company first build a central data warehouse that integrates data from various sources like sales systems data and e-commerce platform data, inventory management systems data, customer relationship management data, and this all the different subject we have, right? Sales and inventory, e-commerce, and customer relationship, CRM data. So that will be integrated and it will be stored on the EDW. Okay. After that, okay, after that you will be creating a different types of data marts, like, okay, by using the after creation of EDW, and you will be creating a sales data mart. As I mentioned in the data warehousing concepts, that this is the subject oriented area. Okay, so here a sales data mart focus on the sales trends and product performance and sales channel analysis. Okay, this can be done. And customer data mart, so contains customer demographic and purchasing history and segmentation data. This can be done. And in inventory, how much inventory you have, how much turnover you have done. Okay, so providing the insights into the stock level information will be providing. And marketing data matter support campaign performance. I mean, you need to do again marketing also, right? Which product has been performed well, and which product has been not performed well. This kind of information you need to do, you need to take, and after that you have to do marketing on the data, that products as well, right? So like this, okay, you will be creating this kind of a data mart. Okay, so in the top down approach I have selected only here two data marts. Okay, so from the EDW, after EDW we will be segregating into different data marts, like the sales and customer data, inventory data mart, marketing data mart. Like that we are defining and creating different. So what will happen here is, okay, so we will see benefits and then I'll come. This approach ensures consistent view of all across all department, enabling company to make informed decisions regarding product assortment, and marketing strategy and customer service. So in this top-down approach, basically, okay, first you are gathering all the data and integrating into one central database. After that, you are segregating the data. So here you will the time will be delayed to get the data to the end business user. Why? Because first of all, the team has to collect the data, and then in data where they have to load it into data warehouse after all performance, and again after loading the data into data warehouse, then they have to create again data marts. Okay, actually this is good. I'm not saying it is not good, but first you are gathering all the data and performing all the transformations and putting into central warehouse, and then differentiating different data marts, so that what will happen, subject related business team, they can create their own small data warehouse, and they can do their data analysis, and they can take their decisions, okay, to improve the business finally. Okay, but only the here what I see here is it will take some time, because to reach the data to the business team, so first it has to perform in EDW, and then it comes to data marts. Okay, so that is one thing I see here, the gap, I mean the delay. Okay, apart from that, yes, it is good actually. Okay, but if you want to get all the overall data generally, right, then first layer itself you will have all this data. Okay, so this is today's discussion of the top down approach, and the benefits and example, and how this can be defined, and what are the what is the flow of top down approach, and which is better, which is not. Okay, that we have discussed now, and in the next class we will go with the bottom up approach, and with the examples, and whether we will finally differentiate which is the better to use the approach in the data warehouse. Okay, that also we will discuss. Thank you. Have a nice day, and we will see in the next class with the bottom up approach details. Thank you all. Bye bye.